All right, this is once again the Transformers Generations Titans Return Deluxe Class Triggerhappy and Blowpipe. Why am I doing it again? Because I promised myself I'd get another Triggerhappy, Hasbro Triggerhappy, once it went on clearance. It was going for retail for the Titans Return Deluxe Class figures here in Manila go for about $20, 1,000 pesos or $20. Now it's down to 600, which is about $12. It's still pretty high, but I wasn't sure it was going to last for a second price drop, so I decided to get myself another Triggerhappy, and I'm hoping the issue gets resolved. If you guys are wondering what the issue in my Triggerhappy was, it's on his on his right arm, and the main issue really is this gun. For some reason, just get the lighting going. It's okay. There are moments when it's okay, but I think it's a quality issue that the notch is just not cooperating. It doesn't want to stay locked. It can if you really force it like that, but that's as good as it gets. Compared to this one is perfect. It just snaps in nicely. And I think it's got to do with how they molded that notch, that hinge right there. And this one just loves to untab itself and doesn't want to stay on. And yeah, it's a small issue. The Takara Tomy didn't have that issue, so I guess it's isolated for the Triggerhappy that I got. So I will probably sell this one or pass it on to a buddy of mine who does not have a Triggerhappy yet. So yeah, what am I doing? Okay, so let's see. Oh, also, this video might be useful for those of you who've been asking me, like, how do you open the packaging, the Hasbro packaging, without ruining the whole box or whatever. I do have some videos on the Chefatron channel and the fxfranz channel that show how I do it. But if it's a little bit tedious to go through all the videos, I'm gonna show you right now. So for this new pack, this is the latest packaging they have, which is reminiscent. It's almost same as the Combiner Wars. The trilogy packaging, I should say, will have the same kind of design. So there are flaps here and here, and there are flaps here and there. So the best thing you want to do, you don't have to use a box cutter. You can use your fingers and just pry open the adhesive, the cello tape from that. But in the interest of time, so we don't have to, you don't have to bore you. I don't have to bore you guys to death with that. You just cut on the outline of the flap of the adhesive. Essentially, that's what you really want to do. And you pry it open. Again, for kids out there and for grown-ups who have no idea how to use the box cutters, please have an adult or somebody more responsible than you do it like that. Now you can see it's glued right there. We'll take care of that later. The other way of doing it is if you just do this. I end up showing it as well. I'm not going to do it with everybody. I'm just going to do it for this one particular flap. Take out the adhesive. The adhesive they use isn't, well, provided it's only been just a year since this was released. It doesn't stay, it doesn't make the backing very sticky. I mean, the glue that they use just peels off nicely. You don't have to use a hairdryer or a kettle or some steam just to loosen it, so it's easily peeled off. Not as easy as a post-it or stick or whatever. It requires some effort, but it doesn't the glue doesn't get mucky or sticky or stay there in the card, so it's pretty smooth, and it's not sticky at all. It's as though as you've done it this way. So there are two ways you could do it. You could do it this way or that way, but again, for the interest of time, let's just do it this way. Okay, that, and like this, like this. This is my crude way of doing it. Okay, there you go. And then sometimes, yeah, most of the time there is another adhesive, a cello adhesive right here, which you can peel off if you want, or you can slice off very, very nicely right there. But we don't want to ruin the card. Because the guy or whoever I'm passing this on to might want the box intact. So we're just going to peel off that cello adhesive. You can fast forward all the way to the end to find out if I save yourself the trouble if I did get a good one. But where is the fun in that, right? It'll be fast. I'll do my best to just speed up the process, okay, without speeding up the footage. Okay, and once you've done that, you can see that the board isn't glued onto that part, that flap, which is pretty cool. Okay, next thing you want to do, the glue is actually on this side, just on the sides, not on the bottom. So that'll give you enough leverage. Actually, even here, it's not entirely glued. There is glue up here, so that's what you got to worry about. So just be very careful about it. If you want to preserve the picture, it's just a matter of just being very patient with it and doing that. Okay, so you don't have to rip it all the way here. There's adhesive there, there's another tape that stays right there. Okay, you just want to get rid of this and this and this. That way you can preserve the packaging quite nicely. Okay, this is a little bit tricky. Most often than not, I end up ripping this entire Transformers logo right there. But to prevent that from ripping, you just have to press right here where the plastic ends and just do that. Just be very patient with it. And yeah, there. You can cut it if you want with a box cutter, but most often than not, you won't need to. Okay, and that's good enough. You don't have to go all the way up there. Okay, and then gingerly, very, very nicely peel this up. There's the instructions. The card is right there. And then just slide out the tray. Okay, and you'll have a pristine looking, pristine condition packaging. Do that, and obviously you can put back the tray once you're done and you can keep it in as good condition as you want. Okay, if you want to preserve the twist ties, there is a way to do it. You can just stretch it out. I'm gonna show you right now. I don't know how I did it before. I'm trying to figure it out how I did it, but just get rid of the weapons first. This is the easier thing to do. Okay, now I tend the waist, there's no way to put everything through that whole thing, but the legs, you can preserve those twists without really stretching them by just slowly getting each one of those legs out like that. Okay, so the legs are free. You can unplug the leg from the ball joint, but you know, it'll loosen that joint, so I don't want to do that. Maybe at best we should cut it, because this is just not gonna work. There's no way to do it. So again, with your trusty box cutter, just cut the part where you're not gonna hit any of the plastic. Just do that till it snaps, like that. That should be fine. Okay. Do that. Now this one you don't have to because it's already loose, but these you might have to because that whole wing assembly and that gun is a little bit too much to negotiate through that. So just very, very gingerly. You don't want to scrape that. You don't want to scrape that. You don't want to scrape that plastic right there with a knife. So this is done. Okay, great. Now on to the last one. Now you can just be careful. You don't cut your nail or your finger. Just be careful. You just pry it out a little bit out so that there is space to negotiate the blade. And just be patient. Just move it back and forth. Easy does it until you hear it snap. Don't have to put too much pressure on it. There you go. Make sure you be careful. You don't cut your finger. Okay, so that's that. Let's see. Okay, rid of the debris. And again, if you want to preserve the packaging, you want to make it look really nice on your display shelf or when you do reviews, don't pry it out too wide. Just slip it under like that and put everything back in place. And there you go. That's how I keep It's how I open packaging, the Hasbro packaging, nicely without really making it look like it's a mess. Okay. On to Triggerhappy itself, and the way we're going to find out right now if I did it. So the left one, okay, it's the left one who's bad now. Oh, okay, great. So the left one, easy peasy. Great. What was wrong with it? Was it just this notch that was the problem? I have a feeling it's just that notch, that they shaved it too much. So, onto this one. Let's see if it has the same problem. Come on, man, give me a break. Ah, there you go. Perfect. Perfect. There you go. This one I was afraid was going to have an issue, but it clears it. It's fine. Great, wonderful, very, very happy about this one. This one almost didn't. I can imagine why it pops out, but this one stays. All right, and I think that they properly molded that particular hinge right there. So there you go, folks. I hope this video has been very educational, and thank you for going through with it, and really helped finding out whether I got lucky the second time around with this Triggerhappy. All right, so this one's gonna go to a buddy of mine. Hopefully he'll like it despite that issue, and yeah, otherwise I'm gonna give it to somebody else. All right, so hope you enjoyed this little video. The second time around, Transformers Generations Titans Return Deluxe Class Triggerhappy. Thanks for watching.